Hey you guys, it's the GLAMBOY Love Var Glam Boy Love Var coming back to you with a updated video. We made it through it. Hey you guys, how you doing? Make sure you like, share, comment, and most definitely subscribe. Also, after you subscribe, there's a bell that's gonna ding right afterwards. Make sure you hit all. Smash that all button so you can be notified when all of my videos come out, and you most definitely will be in the loop. You guys, I'm coming to you with a domestic violence video today. So not only is October the month of Halloween, but it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month and as well as Domestic Violence Month. So if you or any family members have experienced any kind of domestic violence, I send my love to you, and I most definitely send my regards into the RIP, the past, because that is the past. No more domestic violence on all levels, and that's even meaning mental and physical abuse. Well, that's domestic violence, physical abuse, emotional abuse. All right, you guys, I apologize for that, but I definitely wanted to come to you guys and show you guys some looks and changing some things up, because in feeling down and going through abusive relationships and going through other relationships that hurt us and really just take a lot out of us, the arguing, the going back and forth, the pushing, the shoving, all of these things that have taken place in domestic violence. And we're talking in relationships. We're not talking about friends, families, outside people, gatherings, events that you have to go to when you have the Karen Juniors and the Karen Minis, and then you have the Mr. Karens. So we're just going to say domestic violence all the way around. You have to hold yourself together, you guys. Love yourself, stay strong, and always know you are worth it. The respect you give yourself is the respect others will see, and they will take heed to what beat you march to. Do you hear me? The way you respect and you care for yourself will let others around you know just how they should come, and that should be correct. I'm coming to you right today with a kinky, curly hair do. And with that being said, you already know, they say without the blood being seen, it's blue. You feel me? Once it hits the air and that cut comes through, it's red. So why not mix both colors together and make purple? Here's your video. Let's look at something. And I'll ramble, and I'll also get into a story time about my domestic violence situation. Let's get to it.
Damn. Okay. Monster, okay. Ah, okay. Ooh. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Okay, let me see how that shit works.
All right, like I was saying, you guys, we have our domestic violence wig. And we definitely chose the right month to pull her out. We definitely chose the right month to pull her out. And I just adore and love it to pieces. So, I guess we can just kick this thing off by measuring it on our head. Let's take we already got our ball cap together. Alright, you guys, so like I told you, I'm trying to tell you guys in the confessional, which will be where I'm getting ready. I'm trying to tell you guys there, but I always end up drifting off and end up working so hard, so just forgive me for that. So you guys, I would say about 7. Now, mind you, I've been in 2 abusive relationships before. One when I was in New York, and that was around 2014, maybe 13, 14, somewhere up in there, 15ish, 2000ish. And my next abusive relationship was, I would say, about 8, almost 9 years ago, I would say. And that relationship
in the meantime, and in between time, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with the wig install itself. So we have already got our ball cap method after acting completely crazy. And we are starting to glue one side down. Now we're going to get back to the story time, and we're going to be doing some flip-flopping today between installing and story time.
Like I was saying, that relationship put me directly behind bars. And I'm going to tell you what led to that. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking that maybe if I got with an older guy, that my chances of being dog humiliated, messed over, abused, hurt, and all of these things, I would slim my chances down very shortly. And I would kind of outbeat a lot of stuff in dealing with guys my age. I soon to find out that it's not about the age, unless, we're going to keep saying our 18 and older, but for me, 21 and older, for me personally, because I like an adult, that's being real. However, on my side of the family, they like, oh no, you're not going to be bringing nobody over here and abuse them and do it. We going to jump on you, even if you are a part of our family or not. So that was the new phase that I had got into in learning that in being in a lot of different abusive situations, the family normally is going to be okay with this. So you're going to be alone going through a lot of this, alone, I took so much the first year. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm young, I'm vibrant, I'm looking good. This was before I was wearing any hair or any, I was wearing makeup and stuff, but I was not wearing any hair. And just to go deeper, I'm going to say that I lived off of Sherwood Arms. I lived with this nigga. I lived off of 12th Avenue with this nigga. And then I turned around and I lived on Mellon Street with this nigga. You feel me? His sister, she lived in Sherwood Arms. I think, was it Sherwood Arms? Yeah, it was Sherwood Arms off of Fort Bennett Road. You feel me? And mind you, I don't even see why I liked her, because she was the type of person that was using urine. Yes, she was using her own urine to put on her face every time she broke out. Yes. So I don't even see why I definitely called myself thinking that she was going to be a savior. She was just a mess in itself. And then at this time, she was also in the homosexual lifestyle. So she was mistreating her girlfriend that was living in Phoenix City, Alabama at the time, like dirt. Like dirt. And what I'm getting at is I'm saying everybody around in that time was just fucked up. It was a fucked up time for me, and nowhere could I go or I could run and really seek the love and reassurance that I needed to really pull me out. I was just so stuck, And a full year had went by. I had went through so much hell. Like, I went through so much hell. And the next year came. Mind you, getting abused, going back and forth, getting locked in closets. Getting hit across the head, the throat, the pushing walls, the full flesh fighting, leaving. I ain't paying no bills. I'ma let the bills get cut off. You ain't SHIT without me. You ain't got no family. Your mama don't care about you. Your daddy don't care about you. I mean, all of this stuff. You feel me? And after a minute, I had started to believe it. I really had started to believe it. Man, I had enough. I had enough. A situation had happened, which is another story time if you guys want to know. But we'll say a a random prostitute off the street that was cool with a gay mother of mine. Well, she's not a gay mother, but she's a trans performer here because she's, you know, a real trans woman. We went over her house for a holiday festive, you know, just to go stop by. And this person was over there. And from this person being over there, they end up wanting to rekindle all of these flames behind my back. But God always have a way of really like protecting you and really making sure you're on point. So,
all right, you guys, we have secured both sides. We are looking at how everything is. We are pushing everything down, seeing what needs to be glued back down. However, we need to continue to tint the lace more. And with the same foundation brush that I apply my foundation with, I'm just going to clean up the edges a little bit. Normally, I would not do that, but considering the fact that I'm going to take it right back off and I'm going to make something else for you guys, I'm just going to quickly, bam, 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 thank you, ma'am. You know, we are doing 3 original styles with this wig. It is very, very, very thick. So we're going to see what we can get out of this wig. You know, it is Domestic Violence Month. This wig has been through some domestic violence. It's been through everything in a whole. And I wanted to come and show you guys, when you guys have wigs like this that have just blew itself up, what you really can do with it. And if you like big hair, how you really can train it, get it together, and, you know, make it work. You know, here we go. Listen to me ramble on.
Bulaka bulaka. All right, first style. So my homegirl was like, let me let you know the real tea. So she broke the whole story down to me. She let me talk to, you know, old boy. And I really realized then that, okay, you've been cheating on me. You've been cheating on me and it's in the street. And not only have you been cheating on me, but you have been physically abusing me and emotionally abusing me. And you think that you're going to get away with this, which was a mistake on my end because I got violent. Needless to say, called him from work. Came home from work, met his ass at the bus stop. That's just how upset I was. And we didn't have a car at this time, which was another thing that was a big indication. This nigga wanted to drink, didn't have a license, didn't want to get a car or anything. I had a license, but I wasn't in the position with somebody that was going to put you in position. Message. Because a lot, which I only have 4 exes, let's be real, I only have 4 exes, and I'm gonna look y'all in y'all face and I'm gonna say it wasn't one that left me that's doing better than me now, or that had any legitimate reason to say it's over. None of them left me. If any one of them that I would say we end up breaking up and it was like okay, we need to just break up, I would say my first, you feel me? My first that I ever was with, on point, you feel me? However, a lot of stuff was going on with their relationship and we just severed the ties and I took my tail to Job Corps, you feel me? But every other one, and even him included in this video, all of them ain't shit. All of them ain't shit. And I would have beat all of them down to the ground. And I would have been in this situation a lot of times. My boo now is a whole different story because we don't literally, no altercations on that level, just go back and forth. But that's a whole nother video. So I'm telling you now, a nigga that love you and that's there for you gonna put you in position. So of course, any one of my exes would be like, shit, he wasn't looking like that when he was with me. Or he didn't have that when he was with me. Or he wasn't doing that when he was with me. Or he didn't have a drive. Or he didn't have a... In finding yourself, in loving yourself, in being... Stop that! In finding yourself, in loving yourself, in finding yourself, in loving yourself. And it's supposed to be with your relationship. You're supposed to, push and motivate each other to really learn and build and love each other. You know what I'm saying? But in a lot of situations with relationships, especially in Atlanta, it's like they already want you to come. They already want you to come as a millionaire, or they already want you to be already like self-made on a big, big level when they can't even meet you halfway themselves. And then on top of it, them being so promiscuous is another thing. It's always somebody looking for the next best thing. Or with somebody more finer, better car, better job position, better title, more money. It's always something like that just corrupts everything. So I had already had enough. It was the second year. The phone call came through, went to the bus stop, bust everything down like, what's going on? The motherfucker was lying all the way from the bus all the way to the house. And by the time...
Man, this earring just do not want to let me be great. However, it's okay because we have did what? We've secured our style. Now we've got the hot comb and just breaking the edges down and breaking things down. Now, going back to the beginning of just doing the install. We did our ball cap method, we glued it, we laid it down, we secured our perimeter, and we left out baby hairs because, again, we want to just kind of see what we're working with without baby hairs, any plucking or anything. So this wig have not been customized at all. And you're going to be pulling out strays, and oh my goodness, I got kind of caught up looking at when I got the hot comb caught in my hair. But, you're going to be pulling out, sparse hairs everywhere. Curly hair is something very hard to maintain, but you can get it. You really can. We're going to end up jumping back into the story time, but we're just styling right now. And this would be our second style. So, yeah.
Let's get it. With another video. So I'm not trying to do all that right now. I just want to photo shoot time. We all ready and busted down, arguing, like I said before, from the bus stop to the house. Now, we've made it to the house. From us making it to the house, I done had this conversation again, but now I'm on murder, kill. Everything done turned red. Everything is red at this point. Bam, we get to fighting. I shit you not. I threw his ass in the ceiling, in the wall. For every situation I went through from the year number 1 all the way up to this last year, I was making sure. If I went to jail, a bitch went to jail for a reason. And that's really why I don't lash out as much, because now that I'm an adult and I'm put together, we make sure we have something on the side, you call this bail money. Because when you know that you have, these screws that are a wee bit off, you want to make sure at all times that you can get yourself in jail and you can get yourself out if need be. Now, that's a sticky situation to be saying. So I would advise you not to. I would advise you just stay clear from jail or clear from whatever. So anyway, we had this fight, all of this stuff. And can you believe another thing that I learned? Out of all of the abuse that you can endure from somebody, They gonna call the police on you first. Even if you refrain from calling the police outside of everything y'all have been through, outside of everything y'all have just endured, they can't take it and they call the cops first. I'm in jail. I'm in jail. Now, mind you, how the police found me is a whole nother story as well. Like, this telling this whole story is giving you like some juicy other story times. That comment below if you like, I need to hear more about X, Y, and Z. Comment below, I need to hear more about, because the story is so juicy and so bigger than just what I'm telling you guys. So I'm trying to keep it PG and I'm still using profanity. So I do apologize. But for you guys that love me, I'm extra as ever and I do love my cursing words. Born and raised in Louisiana. Born in Louisiana, raised in Atlanta. Gwinnett County, that is. So mouth is on 10. That's another thing. So I had all of this stuff going on. End up going to jail. I stayed in jail a week. Mind you, I had a show that I was performing for, my first show here in where I live. And I'll never forget it because I got locked up on Valentine's Day. Well, it was Friday and Valentine's Day was Saturday. And I got locked up on Valentine's Day. And I was in there a full week. After that, I ended up getting put on probation. I had to go to court. I had to pay community service. I had to pay restitution. And I honestly just like kind of got pushed out, you know, if you would, honestly, because like I stayed on probation like my full term time. And I was reporting right, paying what I needed to pay. And my year had came up on probation before it was time. My year had came up and I just didn't have to pay the money. Like I went in, the probation officer was very nice to me. They was like, here, we're going to sign you out, sign these papers, and you're free! You're free! So it was everything. And I was free. You know, I was free. So we bust this, which I absolutely love. We bust this one already. Oh shit. I hope that one opened the whole time I was recording my other video. But yeah. Next style. What I want to do now.
So, all right, we have sped things along, and mind you, this is quite a, good enough long video. And I'm hoping that you guys like the way I'm breaking it down, just trying to show some diversity, trying to be a little bit more different and show some different stuff, but keep it as real as possible. Because in a lot of these videos, in showing you the things that you're seeing, a lot of it is broken down, and a lot of it is just cut up. So I can imagine trying to do it, at your house. Like it, oh my goodness. So in teaching you guys, it is very imperative that we kind of like show you as much as we can so you guys can kind of grasp it. But right now, I'm just doing a little ponytail, making sure them edges is on point. Because, like, when you have your frontal and you pull it up in a ponytail, like, you have to make sure you have it secured around the perimeter because you still can pull it up. Taking my hot comb, going around it, making sure it is laid, pushing it, pulling it, pushing it, and pulling it. Clipping it, making sure things are on point. Hot combing, burning myself. Because I definitely burnt myself. But it was worth it. I had a great time. And I hope you guys are liking the story time as well. So this is, again, a flip-flop in between wig install and wig styling. And also telling you guys my experience in my domestic violence situation. And just, at least trying to open up and bring humor to things. Considering the fact that I've been so closed off and, secretive about so many things. So, again, I'm going to naturally get to rambling and we'll get right to the story time after this.
Oh Lord, like ever since then, I just have not been in any kind of situation like that or like those situations. So, I don't know if y'all can hear my dogs or not because they are definitely being extra, like extra. But ever since then, it taught me a valuable lesson. Like the story now is like quite exciting. But when I was going through it, I was so hurt. I was so hurt. And I just had no one to turn to. I allowed myself to go through so many things that I should not have. And I would just tell you guys the same thing. It's a lot of stuff you don't even have to go through that you're going to put yourself through in life that I would tell you to use your head. You know, emotionally think, where would you be 4, 5, 3 years from now? And is this worth it? You know, and if I had have told myself that years ago, I would be so much more further and I would not be talking to you guys on this channel. I'll be talking to you guys on my TV show. But you gotta get what you can get. So here I am. That's gonna conclude this video, you guys. I'm not gonna keep you too much because I'm already emotionally starting to travel back in memory lane. And it's like you never get over it. You know, like, you know, no matter how much I can joke around and I can play with y'all about it and I can it was a sticky situation. And it's different for me, you know, being abused as a child. You know, being abused as a child, going through the foster home and group home and da-da-da-da. And then stepping into my relationship, my first relationship, and going through that. It was really hard. You know, it was really hard. So it's okay to joke about it now, but it's a real thing. And I really wouldn't too much kind of joke about it, or you know, I would just it is what it is. We go through things to get through things in life, and God shows us that we will be okay. This video is definitely intended for that. You guys, we will be okay. I love you guys to pieces. I'm just gonna go ahead and go. I had a great time telling you guys my story. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. Thank you guys. Alright, you guys, this is the ending of the video. I'm not going to keep you guys. I know I've kept you long enough. And I do love it. I hope I have talked and told a great story to you guys. I really do. I really do. I hope I have talked and gave you guys a great story time, or however this video went. And I want to say to all of my people that have survived domestic violence, I want to send a big congratulations to you. And anybody who have not quite yet gotten over it or is dealing with something, take a frying pan and wrap their ass across the head real quick and get your kids and get yourself and run out and leave. No, I'm just joking. Find support anywhere you can. Believe in yourself and you will always be okay. Stay strong. And if it's strong enough to see someone on the other side through, you know, the trying time that you're going through, only you know your life and only you can walk in your shoes. So seek as much help as you can. Love yourself. Love one another. And hopefully they can bring you closer to God and they can keep you in a good harmonized place that will get you through whatever you are going through, with whomever you are going through it with. I really do hope that you guys stay loving each other. Keep abuse out of your life. That's mental, physically, and emotional. Keep all abuse across the boards away. Make sure you keep your mind together. Make sure you keep your soul pure as you can. Make sure you repent and make sure you look for the next day to always know that the sun will rise and there will always be someone loving on you, even if you can't see. Love you guys to pieces. Thank you so much for tuning in to this channel. Until another time, I'm gonna go. I think I've had you guys too long. When I showed you 1, 2, 3, there's 3 styles, so that's cute. 3 styles is cute, I think. You know, well, we'll get it. All right, you guys. See you later. Love you. Bye-bye. Hey you guys, I hope you didn't think I went anywhere, and I most definitely hope you didn't go anywhere either. I have tons of videos that are already linked in my playlist. Go ahead and check my playlist out. I'm ready to see you.